guys, today I'm going to do the 25 Bookish Facts tag. I have my book here with my facts in them because I'm forgetful and can't count to 25 very well. I was tagged by Wanderness. Thank you. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, so here are my bookish facts. Let's get started. Fact number one. It's a bit of a no-brainer. I've enjoyed reading from a very young age. Pretty much from like being taught to read, if that makes sense. And I also love books. So that's two facts. Two facts I've already done. I was always encouraged to read as well when I was younger, because reading was something that not only did I enjoy, but if it kept me quiet, all the better. Fact number 4. I remember when I was younger. How old was I? I was about 6, maybe 6 or 7, and I was reading a book called The Cuckoo Clock when I was staying at my grandparents' house, because I used to stay there every summer. And all I can remember is reading it through the night. It was a very thin book, probably about this thin, you know, not even 100 pages, very thin. And I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning being a cuckoo, making the cuckoo noise. Like, as I was reading it about the cuckoo clock, every time the clock would go off in the book, I would imitate the noise, and I got very, very wrong. Number 5, my sister also loves reading, but she got her books from me, or some of her books from me. So she got into Jacqueline Wilson because I had read quite a few of them, and then she just collected more and more and more. Harry Potter, she read all of mine. Hunger Games, she read them all and she's stolen them. So they're sat in her bedroom right now. Not sure where, but I really want to read Mockingjay before the film comes back out again, because just to refresh my memory for all the emotions and the roller coaster that we're about to experience. And she's currently reading If I Stay. I haven't even read that yet. I only picked it up because it was a quick read, and it reminds me a little bit of Ghost, so she's got that. Don't know when I'm getting that back. Before uni, I only ever got given books from parents and family as gifts, through like the birthday, Christmas, Easter, and you know, if I got money for my gifts, then I would go buy books with them, but other than that I never really got any books, which is probably why my shelf's quite limited, because I didn't really bring many books back with me from uni. One time in particular, me and my boyfriend went to Scarborough, and if you can imagine the Works bookshop, anyone in the UK will know of the Works. It was similar to that, only as you walk through the door they gave you a carrier bag, like a plain white carrier bag, and they said, you know, if you can fill this bag full of books and you can leave with it and it doesn't split, you can have them all for a £5. £5. So, challenge accepted. I filled a bag full of books for a £5. Got some books on vampire pirates, Pirates of the Caribbean film books, a book on how to cook potatoes, because I felt if I did that I would be a little bit studenty and doing the job properly, and a load of other books that I think I've only got one of them left at the minute. I think that's Regency in the Ballroom. Regency in the Ballroom? That's not right. Scandal in the Regency Ballroom. I knew it had Regency in it. Yeah, filled that for a £5. As soon as I stepped foot outside of the shop, the bag split. Yeah, all the books went all over the floor. On holiday, when we go away for 2 weeks, I can read roughly 7 or 8 books a day. Not a day. A day? That would be a lot. 7 or 8 books on a holiday of 2 weeks. That's what I was trying to say. Harry Potter is my favourite series, and the highlight of my birthdays when I was younger was getting the books as they were coming out, because my grandma used to pre-order them. Yeah, she's great. I have a Kindle Fire. My first ever ebook My first ever paid purchase via Amazon for my Kindle was The Book Thief, which was a pretty good choice for first paid purchase, and I cried a lot. I also paid for The Complete Mary Poppins, which was about £5 after I'd seen Saving Mr. Banks. That's a really good film, you should go check that out as well. But I'm kind of having bad feelings about that because I can't get my head around the fact that there was also twins, not just Jane and Michael. I have a bad habit of looking on Amazon for Kindle freebies. Such a bad habit. Yep, even when I haven't got any space on my Kindle because of all the apps and the films and things. I'm such a bad person. My to be read pile is quite big actually. I've got about 20 books on that. And then I've got like a 20-part series on Greek mythology, I think it is. Like very, very thin, like that thin each book, but there's 20 of them. And I tried reading them when I first got them, when I was about 15. And I couldn't get away with them. So I'm going to have another pop at them at some point because they're quite short. Which I don't know if I'm looking forward to. I want more books. Bit of a no-brainer really. But to have more books, I need more bookshelves. I prefer reading books before seeing their movie or TV counterpart because it keeps my imagination alive. Just because that reading, you feel more connected to the character. Whereas when you see the character in a film or a TV series, you kind of get distracted whether by their looks or by their mannerisms or, you know, if any of them have twitches or anything like that. And it's just so frustrating. However, I do have exceptions, and they are Harry Potter and the Hunger Games, because they're great series, both film-wise and book-wise, and they tried to keep everything essential in the films as well. I've never ever read a John Green book, and I don't know if I intend to. My sister's got a couple of them, but I've never really bothered reading it. I never bothered pinching the book and reading it, kind of thing. Because there was so much hype around The Fault in Our Stars, it made me feel as if I don't really want to read it. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that. Oh, didn't really think that fact through, did I? Anyway, I have attempted to write once or twice as well, but I'm not very confident in myself. For all I love reading, yeah, I don't really have much of a talent for writing the books. I used to be a fast reader, but university killed that in me, because I had like set reading tasks and all that kind of stuff. I had to use so many sources per assignment, and it just sucked the life out of reading for me. So my reading pace became quite slow, but I'm slowly getting back into it again. So once I get the first couple of pages out of the way, each time I pick up a book, I read like that so fast. Which I'm really pleased about, because it means that in the past couple of days I've read about 200 pages of The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out of the Window and Disappeared. So I've only got about 100 of them left. 120 pages maybe. And then I'll have an update on that for you guys as well. I don't really have a genre that I hate, but I have a very, 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 very big comfort zone. I don't really have a did not mean to swear, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn my phone on silent.